Hello everyone and welcome to Rob's Rogues. This is going to be a quick little haul video, but also more importantly, I had been putting on Facebook that I was going to get a chance to meet someone, and if you hadn't figured it out, that someone was ODC, that's me himself, Anthony. He was in my neck of the woods in Ohio. I was about 2 hours away. He was coming to Columbus, Ohio to meet Strident, and he said, well, hey, I'm in Ohio, I'm going to hook up with Strident, and they were going to exchange some figures and such back and forth, and Anthony asked me if I was busy doing anything this previous weekend, and I said no, I was not. So I was able to not only meet ODC, but Strident as well. So the three of us kind of went to a toy store in Columbus, Ohio called Big Fun, and we had a lot of big fun. But we picked, my wife and I picked up Anthony about noon on Saturday, and we took Anthony around to quite a few comic book stores. I think we hit about, I want to say 7, and I think he and I bought stuff almost from every one we went to. So I didn't pick up as much as Anthony had, only because just the previous day I had bought a PlayStation 4, so I'd already put a big, huge hole in the wallet, but I did pick up a few things. Most of mine were comic books, but I do have a few figures and a figurine, and I'll show these to you really quick. The comic books I won't be doing a review on unless you are tuning into my podcast, Robin Everyone Loves the Drake, and some of these will eventually make it onto that podcast. We went to a half-price bookstore, and I'm sure Anthony's going to put up his haul video too, but I picked up Teen Titans 99, which is the next to last issue before the new 52 started, and I picked up a Batman series that I was wanting to try and track down, found it for a buck. It's the Shadow Box story. It's a part 1 of 3, and this is kind of a little bit before Nightfall, so I was kind of wanting to do a few more Tim Drake stories before getting into the Nightfall stuff on my podcast, which that'll be coming up a little bit quicker, sooner than later rather. So those were some 2 comic books there. And then I don't remember all the places. Like I said, we went to like 7 different places as I'm starting to drop stuff. So I'm not quite remembering exactly where all the places were. My wife was kind of keeping track of the different places that we had gone to, and she was our Magellan, or our navigator, for the trip. Anthony and I took our video cameras with us, and we had our cameras. He and I didn't take a single picture of anything. I think I took one of the 2 of us, but my wife had her camera, so she was doing a few more picture taking than what I was, and I have a picture of Anthony and I and Strident as well. But here's a couple more I picked up. The funny thing about this one here, this was one that I needed in single issue form. Robin 154. And then the last place that we had gone to after we dropped Anthony back off at his hotel, stopped on a comic book shop on the way home, and I found this trade paperback 50% off, and this issue is inside of here, but I was missing, the other ones around it. So I'm still picking up all the single issues for the podcast, but it's nice to have the trades. I can not be pulling the issues in and out. I can just kind of read these at my leisure, read the whole story. So this was pretty cool. I'm not sure the exact issues that this entitles. If I look at the front here, I love the art here with Adam Beechin and Freddie Williams the second on this Robin run. It was really cool. It accomplishes, Robin 154, which is starts this series, and it goes all the way to 162. So I was missing all the ones that came after this particular issue, so I thought this was pretty cool to pick up. Also at the half-price bookstore, I kind of got my comics out of order there. I picked up Jeff Johns' run, Teen Titans, The Future Is Now. Picked this up for $4. It's a decent-sized trade. And then sometime after Jeff Johns had left the Teen Titans, the Titans of Tomorrow, which these 2 are kind of companion pieces. It's the first time that you see an alternate version of the Teen Titans with Tim Drake as Robin, and Connor as the Superboy, and Cassie as the Wonder Girl of the team. So this is kind of a few years later. And then this one, listening to the Fat Man on Batman podcast when Kyle Higgins was on, he said this was one of his favorites. I think he had like a top 10 single issues from Batman stories that he liked, and this was a Robin story that I really wasn't aware of. It's a Christmas story where the Joker kidnaps Tim Drake Robin and takes him through Gotham City, and Joker's just randomly killing people, and Tim is trying to escape. So this is a really cool a story. So this one will definitely make my podcast once I get up to this timeline here. So those are the comics that I picked up, and that was the majority of the stuff that I picked up. Just some dollar comics, and I think this trade here, the Robin trade, ended up being, it was 50% off. So I think I paid $8 for this trade. This one was $4, and this one was $4 as well. So those are pretty good. And then you can see the price. This is the actual price I paid for this. It was $3.25. So. And now for the review stuff that you'll actually see. If you want to hear the review, it'll be this on Robin Everyone Loves the Drake. But for as far as this channel is concerned, I'll go in order. We'll just go, yeah, we'll do it this way. I picked up another lead figure. I should say another lead figure. I picked up the Tim Drake Robin figure. It's the 6. This is right before the chess figure started, and what I'm thinking about doing is actually including this Robin figure on my chessboard. Now granted, I had the new 52 Tim Drake already on there, but I thought, wouldn't it be kind of cool, being that I'm such a Robin fan, if I had all of the Robins on the chessboard as kind of using them as pawns. So I'd kind of like to track down the Red Robin old continuity of the lead figure that I could have, you know, the Damian Wayne on there, Robin, Red Robin, new 52 chess piece, and then having this Tim Drake Robin and the Red Hood Red Robin. Does that make sense? So that's what my chessboard's going to kind of look like. Some chess pieces, some lead pieces, lead figurines. So this was pretty cool from Eagle Moss, and I was able to pick this up at Laughing Ogre Comics, a really cool place in Columbus, Ohio that I enjoy going to. And this was a place we took Anthony to as well. So there is that. One of the first places we went to, and I can't remember exactly what this place was called, but we had to drive across this moat to get there, and I'm not sure if Anthony's going to tell this story or not. It was literally a slab of metal that they were doing some road construction, and I barely got our van across this, and I think I hit some of the little parking cones that there were there. I was probably a couple inches away from actually putting the van down in this little type of a ravine. Anthony was like, well, the very first place you guys take me to is going to be a ditch. So that was kind of funny. But this was something pretty cool that I picked up. The Batman Incorporated Batman here. And I have the Damian Wayne that this figure goes with, that you've seen many times on Rob's Rogues. And I started falling in love with this figure after it had already been out. This is a 2006 figure. If I can look at that right, you're probably seeing it there on the camera going, hey Rob, I see right where it is. I can't find the date. I'll do it in the actual review. I'd watched Anthony's review of this figure, and I initially passed on. I thought, oh, I've got plenty of Batman. But after watching his review way back when, I really, really started to like this figure. And I've been trying to track him down for a while, and he goes anywhere from $40 to $50. Well, we went to the comic book store, and he's hanging here on a peg, and I thought, oh, geez, he's going to be about $40. There was no price. You don't see any price sticker anywhere on this at all. So I asked the guy behind the counter, and he was looking through his records and trying to scan all the barcodes everywhere and couldn't come up with it. And he came back and said, how does $14 sound? And I went, cha-ching! So yeah, I picked this guy up for $14. I picked up Damian the day he was released for $22. And so I don't know if the guy really didn't know what he had, or he said he's been hanging on the wall forever. Nobody's really bought him. So I don't know if he was just kind of like, let's just get him out of here. I've had him on the wall. So thought this was a very, very sweet pickup. So you will definitely see a review of this. You'll see a review of this guy too, along with the other chess pieces. So the last piece that I would say I picked up, but that was given to me when we went to a big fun toy store, and they have toys from everywhere. If you can think any toy from your childhood up to the most recent, I'm talking like old Ghostbusters figures, G.I. Joe, He-Man, NECA, anything that you could possibly think of. Even from if you were a child of the 80s, they had all of the stuff there. Child of the 90s, they had everything there. Even going back, you were the child of the 70s, they had stuff there. So a ton of stuff. So we walked in the room, and Anthony said, if you see something, let me know, I'll pick it up for you. I'm like, dude, you don't have to do that. That's entirely too cool of you. He's like, well, you bought me lunch today. And I was like, I don't think lunch equals a figure. But I had been talking about this guy, and this is what my good buddy got for me. The Marvel Legends Iceman figure. This has been as much of a Robin fan as I am, or you could say as much of a Drake fan as I am. We have Tim Drake, Bobby Drake, Spider-Man, The Amazing Friends. I love that cartoon show, and Iceman was my favorite character because of that, and I started reading Marvel Comics because of Iceman. So you don't see a lot of Iceman stuff on my channel, or hardly any at all, because I don't have that much. And this was one that I meant to pick up way back when, and completely forgot it. So Anthony said, here you go, thanks for a wonderful day, and gave me this Iceman from Big Fun Toy Store. So thank you very much. I will have another Marvel figure to review, even though he isn't in the same continuity as my movie figures and things like that. He's definitely going to go on my little Marvel shelf that I have. So aside from a Wolverine figure, I think I will have all of my favorite X-Men. So this is going to be a fun review, and one that I'm going to be very careful with, because I hear that this Iceman figure is kind of plagued with some leg and joint issues. So once I get him on his stand, he's definitely going to stay there. But this was the haul from yesterday, Saturday, and the big part of the day was just hanging out with Anthony, and he and I were just constantly laughing and just goofing around and having a great day. And it was also an added bonus that he was meeting up with Strident the very same day, so we all went to Big Fun together. So the three of us got to hang around, and my wife got to see how crazy us reviewers can be, and just kind of relished in the fact that we are still big kids at heart. So, Strident, was very cool to meet you. And Anthony, it was such a pleasure finally getting a chance to hang out with you. Then it was fun actually doing some comic book shopping with a fellow reviewer, and action figure shopping with a fellow reviewer. We were constantly picking figures up and going, oh man, this is cool, this is a great figure. He brought his Earth 2 Batman down to Columbus, and he was taking a few pictures with him, and it was really kind of cool to be looking at Anthony's figure going, oh, that's really neat. And now it's one that I'm kind of thinking about wanting to pick up myself. Initially I was going to pass on it, but just seeing it in hand, in person, out of the box was really cool. So I thought I would share this quick little haul here. The haul is more representative of the really cool day that the two of us had, and my wife got to laughing at the two of us pretty much as we were, just being our normal charming selves. So I just wanted to share this little haul video with you guys, so you can see what else is coming up on Rob's Rogues in the near future. And I still have a ton of stuff down here right underneath this table that I have yet to review. So there's going to be plenty of stuff coming up here in Rob's Rogues in the next few weeks and months. So we'll see you guys on the next review. And Anthony, again, it was great hanging out with you, and I hope to do it really again, because we're only actually about 4.5 hours away from each other. So we will definitely do this again. Talk to you later. Maybe we will come your direction. Later, guys. Bye.